by day, we go with the flow of the sun and the moon and the afterglow. Sun-kissed by day, we go with the flow of the sun and the moon and the afterglow. I'm not giving away my spirit, I'm not giving away my home, I'm not giving away my light, I'ma stay up in my zone. Original family, there from the jump, and it's still the same ones, showing me love. Spontaneous choices, relentless investment. Every human action has consequences. The way we behave as we wait for our shine comes back around further down the line. When I'm in sync with the rhythm of life, it's an energy that I can't deny. Sun-kissed by day, we go with the flow of the sun and the moon and the afterglow. Sun-kissed by day, we go with the flow of the sun and the moon and the afterglow.
Yo, my people, Get Into the Bag Season 2, Episode 3. I'm your host, Mixed with Ferno on all platforms. This is my guest. Please let the people know who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name's Rebecca Dawn. I'm a musician, and it's my pleasure to be here today and just share a little bit of my heart with you.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to get into the origin, what you got going on right now, what you have coming up in the future. So let's get right into this episode. Yo, Rebecca Dawn, thank you so much for coming out to Solar Studios and doing the podcast with me. I want to get to know you. So can you let us know how it all started for Rebecca Dawn? Where did it start and how did it start?
Well, it's pretty cool. I'm in a full circle moment right now, and I just got to give shouts out to Solar Studios and YYC Hip Hop Daily for hosting us. It feels really great to be here. I was just here recently with La Titan, recording some music for our upcoming EP, and it's a bilingual project in Spanish and English. And actually, how I got my start was in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a hip hop crew there called Jan Family. We used to host a TV show called In the House, and we would freestyle and perform at festivals and record music. And that's how I began. And actually, when I lived in Mexico, one of my best hobbies was adopting street dogs and rehabilitating them to a healthy state. So my first EP, the Rebecca Dawn EP, was actually recorded in the back of a veterinary clinic.
No way, that's
because
awesome.
I was there repairing my pet dogs, and the local veterinarian was like, his name's Uri Vaquero, and he was like, oh, did you know my secret life is to be a studio production artist, and I have a secret studio here at the back of the veterinary clinic. So
that was your first take into a real studio atmosphere type place?
Well, I mean, it was pretty rustic, but we got the job done. So that's strictly for the diehard Rebecca Dawn fans. You can only find the Rebecca Dawn EP on Bandcamp, as a matter of fact.
Only on Bandcamp?
Yeah, but now here I am these years later. From there I went to freestyle battle rap, being one of Calgary's only underground freestyle battle rappers back when that was a big movement. And they're refining the techniques and actually becoming a hip-hop coach for youth.
Yeah, that's
and
really great.
Teaching kids how to rap about science and battle rap each other on all their science topics through this program called Science Genius. And then now here we are, and it's 2022, and I've got new music coming out and just feeling ready.
That's really awesome. So can you tell us what year that was that you were in Mexico?
2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Eh? So
now 11 years later.
Damn, so the growth in 11 years, when was the first time you seen that you were improving and you were like, okay, this is something that I could take serious and I could really do as a profession?
Right away from those times in Mexico, I've always been performing and recording, and then even more so lately getting to work with some artists like Z the Free and TK Othello and A Patrice and The Real Vanessa here in Calgary. We've all just been leveling each other up, a lot of earth signs in that mix, so we build each other up and we hold each other down.
Nice, like a little community.
Yeah, feeling optimistic.
That's really cool. So 2011, and then you gradually got a little bit better. When was the first time that you got some recognition from either your peers or your friends and they were like, wow, this is really good? What was that point?
I remember playing Exafest in Campeche, South Mexico, to a crowd of 5,000 people with my original crew, and just feeling all that energy of performing on stage and hearing the applause. And then I got off stage and my boyfriend and my best friend were there waiting for me, and they gave me a pat on the back and a big hug, and I just felt like I want to do this forever.
Nice, that's really cool. So after Mexico, when did you come back to Canada?
I came back to Canada actually in 2011, same situation.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, I wrapped up the work And then I moved here and started battle rapping, and I joined a hip hop crew called Controverse Collective. Nice. And I got really into yoga practice as well when I was living in Mexico, training yoga every day. And training yoga every day is very similar to training hip hop or working on your music every day. It's those little bits of work over time that add up, that cumulative effects of your practice. And so yoga teaches us mind control, breath control, the fluidity of the body, and it allows us to express freely. So I think practicing yoga and being an MC, they just go together like this. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually really cool. That was going to lead me to my next question. Like, what did you kind of bring from Mexico that has influenced you here in Canada?
Pues, ahora que lo mencionas, quisiera saludar a todos mis fans mexicanos porque me encanta la cultura, el idioma, la música, la comida, qué buena onda, qué buena vibra, pues el estilo me late. So just getting to speak a different language, perform and interact with folks from different countries, not only Mexican folks in Mexico, because I was on campus as an environmental science student at university, and so I got to meet exchange students from all around the world. I have a song about it called Foreign Exchange from my Making Connections album in 2014, and it's all about just that breathtaking effect of sort of enchanting each other because you come from different places and you have different accents and life experiences, but you can look into each other's eyes and feel the same thing. It's kind of magic.
That's really cool. When you made that album, is it an album in 2014 or a project?
The 2014 Making Connections project was my first album in Canada.
Oh, your first album in Canada?
Yeah, so 2011, I dropped the Rebecca Dawn EP at the end of my time there, moved back to Canada, battle rapped, worked on my rap game for a few years, and then 2014 released the Making Connections album. 2019 released the Cosmic Love Odyssey album. That's like a cyberpunk sci-fi adventure about an AI who falls in love with an alien.
Damn.
Yeah, and then that was kind of freaky because I was right in the middle of a live performance art tour where we were recording video for that project when the pandemic struck, but it was weird to be in the middle of like a post-apocalyptic art project and then to go through like a global pandemonium like that. It was really too much on topic for me, actually. So that's all in the past now, but you could still stream that album on Spotify. But the new stuff that's coming out now, it's like a rebirth, like a new day, dawn of a new age, where we're turning the page on all that. And so the new stuff I've been putting out lately, I think it's my most heartfelt, like my most soulful, because it comes from actually shedding all those layers of who we used to be, disconnecting ourselves from the past and discovering our own true nature. That's how I feel about my work right now that's coming out.
Damn, that's really cool. I want to touch more on that, but I kind of want to go a little bit back to your 2014 album. And that was your first album that you made in Canada. Did you take anything that from Mexico? Like, did you make any songs in Spanish? Were you working with any people from Mexico on that album that you made connections with down there? Like, can you talk a little bit about how Mexico influenced that your first album in Canada?
Sure. Well, before I made that album, I got the chance to work with El Saga from Puerto Vallarta, and that was a great experience that inspired me. So I kept collaborating with different folks for the Making Connections album. Every song has a feature, and I spoke Spanish on a couple of the tracks on Summer Love. And also Foreign Exchange.
Cool. So Foreign Exchange, who did you make that song with again?
Myself.
Okay, you didn't have any collaborations on that song?
Russell Saeed made the beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in that song, are you talking Spanish at all in it?
The whole song, I think.
The whole song.
It's Spanglish.
Okay, that's really cool. Everybody has to go check out that song. That song sounds really cool.
It's on my Summer Love playlist, actually.
Okay, and that playlist, Summer Love, like what else is on that playlist? Like let the people know if they stumble upon this playlist, what are they going to find? Like what are they going to...
So Summer Love is the quintessential playlist for setting that sunshiny tone with somebody you love, or maybe you're just practicing self-love. Wherever you're at in that journey is perfect. It's for days on the beach. It's for days relaxing. It's to brighten your spirit. It's just laid back, feel good, hip-hop, pop, R&B, neo-soul. So we've got old songs, we've got new songs, classic songs, songs you might have never heard before, and it was co-curated with TK Othello.
Cool. Shout out TK Othello, man.
Shout out.
So, like, how many of your original songs are on that playlist?
I think about 10 or 11.
That's really cool. So that's definitely a playlist for people to check out
Yeah.
and check out your music on. So 2014, that project came, and then can you tell us about your next project after that?
Yes, absolutely. So lately I've been releasing singles. It started with Bonita just over a year ago, and that was a collab with TK Othello. You could find that track on the Summer Love playlist. But he sings in English, I rap in Spanish, but we still get each other's message, and it's a really juicy party track.
Okay, nice.
Love performing it live with him.
So how did that connection come about with TK Othello? Like, how did you meet him, and how did you guys get into the studio and like pop out that banger?
We actually met at Cypher Club, YYC, so shouts out Cypher Club and shouts out Z the Free.
Nice.
So for those of you who don't know, here in Calgary, or actually around the world, we meet every Wednesday night from about 7 to 9 p.m. Sometimes it's online and sometimes it's in person here in Calgary, but the concept is a whole bunch of rappers from all different skill levels and backgrounds and ages and walks of life. We just come, sit in circle, freestyle rap for 2 hours. No judgment, no stress. We keep it compassionate, we keep it joyful, we do our work, and week by week, we all get better at freestyle rapping.
That's really awesome. So like, if there's somebody out there that wants to join or come even just watch, how can they get in touch with you, or how can they get in touch with the Cypher?
Cypher Club YYC on Instagram.
Okay, cool. We're going to put that link up. Definitely check that out if you are looking to freestyle with other artists or even just network. That is cool. So like, you did that song Bonita. Bonita came out. Did you shoot a video for that?
No, we have a lyric video for it on YouTube.
Okay, so you have a lyric video for that. What came after Bonita? So you put in some work on that with TK Othello. What's next?
Then it was Aurora Nova, and then Reprogram with Be Vida. So those were a couple songs about revitalizing our mind state, just letting go of those old paradigms that get imposed on us, external circumstances, other people's opinions, just tuning into your own true nature. And for me, it's just light, it's love, it's compassion. And so finding that place of stillness where I just feel supported in myself, and then I just made those songs, and I love those songs because they reflect that moment in time where you're just bringing your total awareness into the present moment. It's all we have, you know, the past is gone, the future's a mystery, here we are, and then there's that bliss, that joy of just accepting the now, and that's what those two songs are about me. So shouts out Be Vida.
Nice, that's really cool. I want to ask you, how did you get to that point in life where you didn't worry about the past and you didn't worry about the future, and you really taught yourself to just live in the moment and right now? Because like, there's tons of people, and even myself, that get caught up in like always being in the future or always being in the past, and you forget to like be present. So like, can you speak a little bit of how you got to that point?
Yeah, definitely. For sure. Just practicing yoga and practicing hip hop every day, and getting to live here safely on Turtle Island. I want to acknowledge that because we're coming to you from Mokinstis. So I want to acknowledge the original peoples of Turtle Island. My deep backstory, we could say that I'm a fourth generation Ukrainian refugee settler, meaning that my great grandparents were fleeing the Russians and came to Canada for a safe place to be. And so if it wasn't for the original people and Turtle Island, like, they saved my family's life. They gave me a home. So having a stable base and acknowledging that, and having love and gratitude for Indigenous people and the land where I live. So taking time to walk in nature, to go and collect some sage and put down some tobacco and smudge, just to ground myself in the land, that helps me come into the present moment. And then hip-hop culture, shouts out hip-hop culture and all of its origins. I have only respect and gratitude for that, so that steady flow of self-expression. Maybe I'm feeling overwhelmed by the choices of others. What am I going to do? I could put it down in a rap. Maybe I would throw them half away. Maybe I would throw 90% of them away and not keep them, but sometimes just get it out musically. It's a little bit more elegant than just like flipping your lid.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, thank you for that. So I want to talk about, how has that impacted your lyric process? So like, before you really grounded yourself, how was that lyric process compared to like now that you're kind of in a new beginning, a new journey? Like you were saying, it's like a new dawn, basically.
Yeah.
How is that lyric process compared to the previous lyric process you had?
I used to be so angry, and I was processing and then actually posting that music online. And now I've realized you can process. You don't have to share all of the music that you make. And so when I was frustrated and struggling in the past, my music just didn't hit the same way. Now, the music I'm making currently, like this new song Afterglow that's coming out on August 12th, it just feels like the way I feel inside. It's all in alignment. And so I'm not burning prana. I'm not wasting or struggling or forcing. I'm just letting it flow through me. And that's exactly what the song is about.
That's really awesome. That's really cool. I can't wait to hear that song. And you did spit a little bit of the freestyle for the Freestyle Friday here. So we're definitely going to be excited to show the people that. So your lyric process before and after. So now I kind of want to get to know a little bit of like, what has been your motivation to keep going? Because, you said you started in 2011 and, we're almost 11, 12 years into your career. So like a lot of people give up, you know what I mean? It's sad to say. So like, what's been the motivation that's been driving you to keep pursuing this music?
I love making music. I love the way it feels when you get in the booth with another artist and it just clicks and you're just celebrating, expressing yourselves. So some things that can help us have longevity as musicians is honestly taking it to the root chakra. Have your savings account correct, have your medical insurance, take care of your body, like stretch, do yoga, eat your fruits and veggies, get some deep sleeps, take time out in the sunlight, practice your breathing so that you're inhaling fully and completely, exhaling smoothly and with relaxation. These are such basic fundamental things. And so when we practice them every single day consistently, that's what keeps me healthy. And then I have energy for my work. And I think on the topic of work as well, it's finding that balance as a musician. I think pretty much every musician in the world, even the most successful ones, have assorted side hustles, right? Even your favorite stars, they'll have lines of perfume and fashion, and they'll have all their they'll write a book maybe. So never feel ashamed if you're a working musician. We've got to grind. We've got to pay for studio time. We've got to get professional headshots. We've got to get our hair done. We've got to get our fit right. So we've got to get that money. We've got to get to that bag to support ourselves. I mean, record labels were big in the past, but how relevant are they anymore? That's a case-by-case scenario. But you could be your own record label, make money and fund yourself. And of course, you've got to promote yourself too. So I think taking care of those like root chakra, like fundamental issues carefully over time, and having like a strategic mind about it. Like, I want to be in this game. I remember way back in the days reading an article with J-Lo, and she said, I knew when I got into this industry, I was going to need to take care of myself. And she looks phenomenal. She looks amazing, still doing her thing. So I took that to heart, and I also attempted to practice that deep level of self-care. And I think loving ourselves and nurturing ourselves and not being too hard on ourselves will give us more time in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I totally agree with everything you said. So like, how did you find balance in like the way you spread your energy? Because like, obviously you're not doing music all the time. So like, how did you spread your energy and how did you find that balance?
Well, I think finding for me career choices that actually supported my music. So for example, the last 6 years I've been coaching Science Genius through Beakerhead. And Beakerhead is a science festival here in Calgary. It's the premier science festival in North America where we convert the city of Calgary into a giant science fair with live music and exhibitions. So I'm coaching kids how to freestyle rap. I'm writing songs together with young people and we're laughing and sharing ideas. And so most of Cosmic Love Odyssey I wrote while teaching my students. So nice. I'm on the job, but I'm still nourishing myself. And when I would finish my work at the end of the day, I would have even more energy. So I think finding those side hustles that actually support and nourish your music, and then being stern with that time. Like, I've got to take time to get money. I've got to take time to take care of my body. I've got to take time to work on my art form, my practice, and then like the social, the romance, the friends, the family, and sleep. So we got to have each day every one of those things. Or at least if we're going hard on one thing for a while, take a break. Take a break, take a hiatus, take a sabbatical. We don't have to do it all in one shot.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. So now I kind of want to ask you a little bit of like, if the youth are watching at home or there's some children that want to get into hip hop, do you have any tips? Because I know you've been around other children and you've been coaching them. So do you have any tips on ways they can handle maybe, let's start off with stage fright?
Oh, definitely. So the thing to understand about stage fright is that it's a surge of adrenaline that's giving you the raw chemistry you need to be successful. It comes from our primordial roots as hunter-gatherers. So let's say you're about to tackle a beast, or you had to venture into a dangerous part of the landscape to collect your food. You would need energy, and you'd need to be in that fight or flight state. I believe it's the amygdala and the hippocampus. Your mind is gonna go into that state where it's survival. So when we know that what we're receiving is actually the ingredients to literally slay, just deep breath. Okay, so remember, we're opening our heart, inhaling deeply, relax the face, relax the shoulders, and you got this, you got the goods. Practice. If you practiced ahead of time, then you know you got the goods. Practice, 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 practice. And then just chill out and have fun. And if you make any mistakes, freestyle.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome, man. That's some great information. So that kind of leads me to my next question. Have you ever had a show where you've had an obstacle arise, and how did you get over that problem?
I think the most important thing to remember, just like I say in the song Afterglow, the way we behave while we wait for our shine comes back around further down the line. So what we got to remember is it's a job. And the relationships we form with people and the impressions we make on each other last a lot longer than that job. So let's say we're on the scene and somebody missed soundtrack, or there's a technical issue, etc. So many things can go wrong in the world of outdoor festivals, and performing as much as I have, you just learn how to roll with the punches. So don't lose your cool, don't snap at anybody. Blaming people is not going to get us anywhere. Always in that moment when something's going down, I say, hey, where are we at right now? How can we make this work? How do you want to do this? What tools do we have at our disposal to solve this problem? The show must go on. So I always think it's important to honor our audience. They bought a ticket, they took a shower, they got cute, they came to see you. So we gotta respect that. Time is the most precious resource we have in this human life. It's
I agree.
all that we have. So I would never disrespect my audience. So no matter what, if I have to get on stage and a cappella freestyle to them, I'll make it happen and I'll make it work. Like, I think, don't give up, be kind, be compassionate to your scene partners, the tech people. Never snap at your DJ, never snap at your sound guy. Have your dignity. And then it'll happen. It'll happen, good, bad, right, wrong. Art is. And that's it, performance art. They don't know what you had planned. And just be cool to each other, because what we're going to remember after the fact is how we treated each other.
So now I got a next question. I kind of want to know, you've been through the circuits a little bit. You've performed on the stages here in Calgary. You've collaborated with some artists. Is there any artists left that you want to collaborate with, or you want to like get in connections with?
Ooh, let's see. That I haven't worked with yet?
Exactly, yeah.
My goodness. That's an interesting question. I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll pop up.
You
when
know
it
what?
pops
No,
up.
I do know.
Okay.
I know exactly who. Polo Show.
Polo Show.
I never had a feature with Polo Show.
Never.
Hell of a rapper.
Yeah, hell of
that
a
rap
rapper.
game? Whew. Yeah, we should actually do something.
We'll definitely have to get that in, because Polo Show is a great artist, and you're a great artist. So two great artists on a song is just going to make something really good, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so we got to know you a little bit. We got to know about what you've done, what you got coming up. Is there anything else that you want to tell the people that are watching this podcast right now that you haven't told them yet?
Thanks for your time. I love you, and I hope you have an excellent day.
And yo, my people, that has been episode 3 of Getting to the Bag Season 2. I've been your host, Ferno, in collaboration with Solar Studios, and my very special guest will let you know where you can find all her music.
So my name's Rebecca Dawn, D-A-W-N, like the time of day, and you can find me on Spotify and all major streaming platforms. And go ahead and follow me and TK Othello's summer playlist, Summer Love, and you'll find my new single Afterglow coming out August 12th. And on Instagram, you can find me at Rebecca Dawn Music.
Thank you so much for coming out today, Rebecca, to Solar Studios and doing this podcast with me. And my people, follow Mixed by Ferno, Solar Studios, Polo Show, and Rebecca Dawn. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourself a great fucking day, my people.